How important is it for you to apply for FPUC, PUA, and UI right now in the event that Congress changes the program come late July? Hey everybody, this is LALATE with a second stimulus check and stimulus package update for today. This one's about PUA, FPUC, that's $600 for the federal government, and UI benefits. Breaking news moments ago, which really moves the whole discussion about these unemployment benefits. You know what I'm about to say, and yes, it is unexpected. We all saw it coming. A new California lockdown. Moments ago, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, issued a lockdown. LALATE was on Twitter literally the last 2 weeks, urging the governor to shut it down. The number of COVID-19 cases are through the roof in California, and minutes ago, a new lockdown was issued. The lockdown essentially puts 30 counties, the biggest counties of the state of California, back to nearly where they were in March. The only difference is some nuances about restaurants. Shut down effective immediately. 30 counties in the state are the following businesses: fitness centers, so all gyms shut down. Places of worship shut down. Offices for non-critical sectors, so virtually all offices shut down. I mean, exceptions to that could be, medical offices, but general professional offices shut down. Personal care facilities shut down. Hair salon and barbershops, hope you got that haircut, shut down. And the big one, malls shut down. This covers 30 counties and estimates 80% of California's population. It's severe. It is needed. We have been urging for it, and it's finally happened. And it's going to impact PUA, FPUC, and the whole discussion about the extension of FPUC on a national level come late July. More about that in a second. Among the counties that are shut down effective immediately are Los Angeles County, Sacramento, Solano, Sutter, Yolo, Yuba. Newsom's also requiring all California counties, if they haven't already, to close indoor operations for restaurants, wineries, family entertainment, museums, card rooms. I don't know what card rooms are. I was not going to a card room during this pandemic. Maybe you were, but that was not on my list of priority. I don't know what they do in a card room. Bingo, I guess. So there you go. So what does this mean? It means that in no shape, manner, or flippin' moment of the coin is any political party going to sit back and say, we don't need an extension of FPUC. California, and I'm not saying this because I'm recording in Los Angeles, California has historically led the nation on moving things before other states. And so it is highly likely that in the coming days you're going to see other states issue broad stroke lockdowns as well. Several states have showing rapid runaway COVID-19 new cases. The number of COVID-19 cases at the time of the first lockdown, when FPUC was approved on the CARES Act under the first stimulus package, was about 3,000 to 5,000 cases per day in those states. Well, in California, the number of new COVID cases per day is 16,000. 300% higher. The number of new cases, if something falls on the set, the number of new cases in Florida is 16,000 new cases. So with those type of numbers, it is highly likely by the time the members of Congress come back from their Tahitian vacation and start to talk about FPUC in late July, an extension of unemployment benefits, that more states will be on major lockdown, and even more severe lockdown than what I just described for California as of today's date. So what does that mean for you? Ultimately, what this channel has been reporting is that FPUC, UI, PUA, all these extension of benefits are geared and driven by certain, namely 3 forces: economic data, unemployment numbers, and lockdown numbers. Well, we know where lockdowns are going. And I don't think it would be naive. It would be naive to say that lockdowns are not going to be issued nationwide in a more broad stroke manner in the next couple of weeks. Second, unemployment numbers. The unemployment numbers are ridiculous. I mean, I really don't know how any party, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, can sit back and spin the unemployment numbers. They're insane. Come on, folks. You can pick a great number for somewhere in the economic universe, but the unemployment numbers, which concern unemployment benefits, unemployment numbers, unemployment benefits, that's how it works, are just insanely bad. The unemployment numbers are the following: 2.5 million new unemployment claims last week. Insane. That is the 16th consecutive week of unemployment numbers over 1 million. How bad is that? We have never seen unemployment numbers that bad since the Great Depression. The numbers are even worse when we look at people who make less money. There's new economic reports last Friday, I think it was. I detailed them, I think, on Saturday's recording, that of people who make $40,000 or less, individuals, 45% of them are now unemployed because of COVID-19. So, I mean, these numbers, you can't spin these numbers. They're really bad. And so when you have people like Mitch McConnell back in May saying, hey, I need to see more economic data. You remember those videos when I made them where Mitch kept on saying, I need more economic data. Okay, we've had months of economic data. Second, when you have Steve Mnuchin or Larry Kudlow who want to be, they sometimes look almost like cheerleaders for great economic times, that America's doing great and everyone's back to work and everyone has a lot of jobs. It's not true. It's just not true. And what they were relying upon is economic data from June or May, as soon as the lockdowns were lifted across every state, that people went back to work in some capacity. Well, guess what? Three things have happened. One, they've lost those jobs again. Those jobs are gone, or those jobs were only temporary. They weren't permanent. A lot of the data that those people are looking at is temporary numbers. Second, the jobs are gone because the businesses have now closed, or the people are now COVID positive and can't work. So what are we talking about? We're talking about FPUC, that's $600 from the federal government being extended. We're talking about UI being extended. We're talking about PUA getting extended. Let me go over the possibilities and let me tell you what's going on and how I really think this is changing by the day. It really is changing by the day. There's those people that want to jump in the comments and say, you don't know anything. You're in LA. Congress is closed. Nothing's happening. Well, yeah, we do know because Steve Mnuchin keeps on giving interviews. First of all, he's not on vacation, and he's pushing the compass of where the Republican Party wants to vote on FPC. Second, I don't care that I'm in LA. I can report on what's happening in Timbuktu as much as anyone else. Three, Steve Mnuchin, the Republicans and the Democrats have all said that these three forces, unemployment data, economic reports, and lockdowns guide their decisions. And that's what's guiding their decisions. And so, yeah, here we go, hater. Let's get right to it. $600 from the federal government. If we were talking about this in May, it would likely not have gotten. You would likely see the bill not get extended. If we talked about this in late June, you would see that $600 would be changed to $300 or $400 per week. If we talked about it last week, you'd see maybe 20 or 30% of Congress or the politicians saying $300 to $400 a week. I don't think that the current landscape of now, in California, 80% of California's population is going to be unemployed. You know how big California is. I don't think that these people that were resting their shirt on our May economic data are going to do that come late July. They just can't. They'll look like fools. They really will look like fools. So it's starting to seem more likely that $600 from the federal government is going to get extended. Why? There's more people getting unemployed come late July than we even had in March. I mean, the unemployment situation is worse. It's not better. It's stupid to say it's better. It's not better, and it's not the same. It's getting worse again, and it will be worse by July. Second, the claim that people don't want to go back to work, that it's a welfare state. I mean, you hear me repeat that ridiculous comment by Mitch McConnell all the time. Okay, Mitch, guess what? California's on lockdown. You think we're staying at home because we're a welfare state? No, we're on lockdown. Wake up. So anyone that says that nonsense, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, you are going to get laughed to the curb by saying that people are staying at home and collecting unemployment benefits because they want to. Guess what? Moments ago, it's no longer a choice. You have to stay at home. And that's going to continue to happen. Finally, there are certain reports out there that say certain things, and there are certain reports that are coming. And will those move the $600, $400 to $300? Yes. There's going to be unemployment jobs numbers. Well, there's going to be new unemployment claims numbers every single week between now and late July. So, 3 more weeks of unemployment claims numbers. Guess what? I think they're going to be over 1 million per week. I mean, who's saying they're going to get better? They're going to get worse or stay the same. That's the first data. So that's going to support extension of $600 per week FPUC. Second, we have the new jobs claims that it's going to come out. That's not going to be a better number. It's not going to be a better number. Third, we're going to see how many people are really on poverty or in dire straits come late July. And so this entire discussion that Steve Mnuchin, who's the Treasury Secretary to Donald Trump and the members of the cabinet, is not going to work come late July. Steve Mnuchin's current argument is people are making too much money on unemployment. They're making 200% more than they made before the pandemic. They're getting cash rich on our federal subsidies, and we shouldn't give them the money. No, it's not going to work. And you know why it's not going to work? Because people are on lockdown. They're going to go on lockdown because the governors are going to issue lockdowns, and they're not going to be able to work. So the claim that people are staying at home on purpose, I mean, that's Mnuchin's argument, that people are, and some Republicans, that some people are staying at home on purpose to receive $600 of FPUC assistance. No one's going to buy it. It's going to look silly. It's going to look silly. I forgot to mention this, and I should have led this before at the top of the video, and it doesn't mean that I don't value these people any more than anyone else. My teachers. If you are a teacher, I value you extremely highly, and I can't stand that Betsy DeVos. Oh my God. Well, guess what? My teachers in California, you are now all unemployed again. My teachers in California, LA County District, I'm going to say it wrong, LA County schools and San Diego County schools, their superintendents announced minutes ago before I started recording that they are not reopening for the fall schedule for in-class students, despite whatever Betsy DeVos wants you to do, or whatever her name is. They are not reopening. So all those people, and I have a lot of teachers, I have a lot of janitors at schools that are viewers of this channel. Sadly, you're going to be unemployed. You're going to need UI benefits. You're not PUA because you're employees. You are going to need unemployment benefits unless you're an independent contractor. I do have some cleaning people who clean schools that are viewers who are independent contractors. You're going to need unemployment assistance. You're going to need it because counties are going to not open for students to go to school. Earlier today, there was another development. The Attorney General in California sued the Trump administration, saying, "How dare you order our schools back to session for in-person schools? We don't think it's safe." Betsy thinks that all these young little kids can go to school and no one's going to get COVID-19. I mean, that is just one of the most disgusting things I've heard during this pandemic. This person, I was going to say something very bad. This person who claims to be the educational secretary says that young little children can go to school and will not get COVID-19, and she's confident that no one's going to get sick if they go back to school, and is ordering everyone to go back to school. Guess what? California's not going to get ordered around by anyone with that haircut. I just said that. They are suing the Trump administration, saying you can't order us to send our kids back to school. The purpose of me to say this is not to talk about someone's haircut, but to talk about unemployment benefits. All my teachers are not going to have jobs come this fall. And that's not just California. That's in other counties. It's going to happen in other states, other counties, other territories. And I'm sad to report that, but that's why FPUC, UI, and PUA are likely to get approved and extended. No one in their right mind is going to look at this avalanche, this financial cliff, and say, you know what? You're staying at home because you want to get rich on our money, on our federal money. No, absolutely not true. It's simply not true, and it's not in touch with the situation. If you have questions in today's video, drop them in the comments below. As always, stay with LALATE. I know that, as a personal note, I know a lot of you sent me some private messages overnight about your PUA and UI your situations. I'm sorry if I haven't been able to respond to your PUA and UI situations. Literally, the private thing we launched yesterday, I don't want to toot it too much because it's like too overwhelming, has literally been an avalanche of success, but it's a lot of people and it's a lot of persons. So I'm literally struggling to keep up. It's a lot. It's a lot of effort because everything has to be manually authorized. So if you have sent PUA UI questions, I'm sorry if I haven't gotten to you. I will, not today, not tomorrow, but I will because it's still backlogged. But as always, thank you for tuning in. Coming up later today, more second stimulus check videos. And as always, stay with LA for more.